Hi everybody, Carl here with Abt, and in this video we're going to compare two reasonably priced soundbars, the YAS108 from Yamaha and the Sony HTS200F. The reason I chose these two is because they both have the same retail price of $199. However, to see our current promotions on either of these, make sure to click on the links in the description or call in and talk to one of our experts. They're both compact and neither has a separate wireless sub, so these are going to be designed for people looking to enhance their TV's sound while taking up as little room as possible. To start off, I'll address the most obvious thing, the sizes. They're both compact, but the Sony is really small. It's only 23 inches wide, where the Yamaha is 35. The good and bad of that is the Sony takes up the least amount of space, but that means they can't fit as many drivers into the cabinet. The Yamaha has two built-in subs, two mid-range woofers, and two tweeters. The Sony has two more all-purpose drivers and a single sub, so the range of sound is going to be slightly better on the Yamaha. Sony does a great job making up for the lack of drivers with their S-Force Pro surround technology, as that expands the soundstage more than you'd expect really, but the vocals aren't quite as defined and the bass isn't quite as prominent. Another area where you're going to notice a difference is in the inputs. The Yamaha has an HDMI in and an out with ARC, where the Sony only has the output with ARC. So it's going to take up one of your TV inputs without giving you another one. Yamaha also has an analog input where the Sony does not. On the flip side, the Sony has a USB input where the Yamaha doesn't. Technically it has one, but it's only used for service, not for audio. But speaking of audio, these also handle different formats. The Sony can decode Dolby Digital, Dolby Dual Mono, and LPCM 2-channel. The Yamaha does Dolby Digital as well, along with Pro Logic 2 and DTS Digital Surround. Now moving on, I'll touch a bit on the remotes. They both offer a lot of functionality without feeling cluttered and give you access to all their different listening modes without requiring much effort. But here's another area where the Yamaha has a slight edge. You can also use the Yamaha Music Controller app to control the soundbar. Sony doesn't offer control through an app on this particular model. It's not a huge deal as long as you have the remote with you, but Yamaha gives you a little bit more safety in case you can't find the remote or your dog decides she wants to use it as a chew toy. So here's my conclusion. If you're looking at taking up the absolute least amount of space with the soundbar and don't have lots of components to hook up, the Sony will work great for you. If you're not quite as concerned about the space, have a need to use all of the HDMI inputs on your TV, or are looking for slightly bigger sound, the Yamaha is going to be the way to go. What do you think? Make sure to let us know your thoughts between the two. As always, we appreciate you checking out our video, and don't forget to subscribe so you get updates whenever we upload new content.